Okay, so welcome to my video on the NEA Part 1 Introduction and Understanding the Context of the Contextual Challenges that are set by the exam board. I'm going to start with a do now task where I would like you to define the word context. And before you do, I'm just going to give you the etymology for the word, which is like the origin of where the word originally came from. If you just listen carefully, it might help you with defining the word.
Etymology. Early 15c, a composition, a chronicle, the entire text of a writing, from Latin contextus, a joining together, originally past participle of contexere, to weave together, from assimilated form of con with, together, see con, plus texere, to weave, to make, from pie root asterisk text, to weave, also to fabricate.
Okay, so hopefully that will help. So I'm just going to give you 30 seconds to put down your own definition of context. What do you think it means? So just quite a little time run and to hopefully speed you along. Okay, so definition, this is what I've come up with. So the circumstances that form the setting for an event, statement or idea, and in terms of which it can be fully understood. So it's the setting for an event. Now, obviously in the etymology, it was like this one I thought was quite good, the joining together. So they're kind of like bringing things together and thinking about what's going on within an event, what's going on within a context, an area. So some examples then next. If you can think about some examples of like products that are designed within a context in mind. So I'm going to have a think about any products that and write down any products that are designed with a context in mind, and then I'll show you what I've come up with. We've just got 30 seconds on that. Okay, so mine are shorts in the summer. So shorts have been designed because they're suitable in the summer and it's hot. And then waterproof outdoor furniture. So if it's outdoor furniture, it's designed to be waterproof. So it suits the context. So it's going to be used outdoors. So it makes sense that the furniture is waterproof. So next thing is kind of to help you fully understand it, kind of characteristics, like describing words that helps you kind of really think exactly what context or describing words that links to the word context. So like word association. Maybe give 30 seconds on that, please. Okay, so we've got circumstances, conditions, surroundings, factors, situation, environment, setting, background, scene, climate. So all of those link directly to the word context. So thinking about the surroundings that it's going to be placed in, The environmental factors, is it going to be rainy or sunny? You know, is it its surroundings? Is it going to be an area where there's young children, etc. So next and final thing on this section is non-examples, designs that have been designed that haven't considered the context. So things like, if you can think of like anything that might have been designed that didn't consider that. Okay, just 30 seconds on that. Okay, so I've got a woolly jumper on a hot day and a chocolate fire guard. So imagine like something that's supposed to protect you from fire, and it's got a guard around it, but it's made of chocolate. Obviously, it's not considered the context. It'll obviously melt in that case. So moving on, we're going to watch a video now, and this is someone that's put a video on about that's guided towards the NEA GCSE D&T Portfolio. And I think it's quite useful because it talks through what they're thinking about in relation to how to do the portfolio and what it should look like. I want you to try and list down 5 things that you've learnt whilst you're watching the video. Okay, so just listen very carefully to this.
Hello, this is a guided tour of your GCSE NEA folder, just to give you an outline of what you're going to be doing over the next few months for your GCSE. So front page here, we have your details. So obviously where it says your name, you are going to put your name there and your candidate number after it. The next slide, there is a readme instruction. Okay, this gives you some basic outlines of what you need to do throughout the folder. There is also some style guides there about font sizes you must use and shouldn't exceed. Okay, and there are some examples here on the right of what students did last year. Now, your GCSE portfolio is going to be broken down into sections, and as we go through the months, I will update you on what needs to go in each section. Each section has a title page where I have given you an outline of things you need to include. So the first section is the green section, and this is worth a possible 10 marks. And here it tells you what you need to do. I've then put some blank slides underneath it that you will need to populate. You can always add more slides to this area. Now, just as a word of warning, these slides are A3 in size, so we want to make sure they get filled. And if you stick to the point size of 14, you'll be able to get a lot of information onto each page. So, like I said, the green section is the first section, and this is about investigating and research. That is followed by an orange section where you will write your design brief and specification, where you outline what you're going to do for your project. Following that, we have the red section. This is where you start to generate your design ideas. Now, ideally, we would be looking to start this design section by the end of this summer term. So before you break up for summer, we want to be starting on some design ideas. There is space here for you to take photos of your design ideas and upload them. Once you've done your design ideas, you then move on to design development, and this includes model making and CAD. So if you want to make any models, do any 3D designs on the computer, this is where you upload those. Then we have the realizing of the design. This is where you actually make it. Now, this we would like to be starting to make after the October half term up to Christmas. Okay, so that's when we want to be aiming to make your products. And then the final section after we've made it is the evaluation section. And again, you can see I've outlined there what you need to include in these sections. This would need to be completed by the February half term of year 11. Now, this might seem quite intimidating at the moment. There is a lot to do, but it is broken down into sections to make it easy for you. I've also included on here the challenges. So these are the 2 challenges that you're going to need to choose from to base your project on. I'm going to create another video which will outline what you could do for each one and give you some more insight and some starters on that.
Okay, so obviously, well, to start with, this isn't my school and my class is doing the Educus, which is a different example to this one, slightly different mark scheme, but the principles are exactly the same, or very, very similar, and the challenges are not those. So obviously you need to look closely at the challenges that you're going to do. And you should have written down 5 things that you've learned. Now these are the 5 things that I learned from the video that I found useful. So maximum font size of 14. I usually say 12, but 14 is probably fine as well. First, research, try to fill the pages with information. Second, brief and specification, outline what needs to be done. Brief and specification should clearly outline exactly what needs to be done. The third is design ideas and then development. Should be started before the summer holidays. You should start your design ideas before the summer holidays. And the final stages are making the final product and evaluating it. This should be completed by the February half term. Now, I'm going to ask you to answer some questions just on this text here. So we're just going to listen to a reading of this text and then we'll answer some questions.
The non-examined assessment, NEA, is a design and make task worth 50% of your marks for your GCSE qualification in design and technology. It is an opportunity for you to demonstrate the skills, knowledge and understanding that you have gained while studying for this qualification. As part of your assessment, you will be expected to produce a portfolio of evidence that shows your design journey from contextual challenge to finished prototype product.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you 30 seconds to try and answer the questions here. So read the questions and see if you can answer them. Go. Okay, so how much of the GCSE D&T qualification is the NEA worth? Well, it says here 50%. What is it an opportunity for you to demonstrate? So it says here skills, knowledge, understanding that you've gained while studying the qualification. And as part of your assessment, what will you be expected to produce? It says here a portfolio evidence that shows your journey from contextual challenge to finished prototype product. Okay, so have a look at this next bit. So we're going to read through this and then we're going to answer these questions alongside here.
The iterative process of design is based on a cycle of modeling and prototyping. Ideas need to be tested, analyzed and refined in an ongoing process to make a prototype product that fulfills a real-life need. Think, test, reflect. Trialing of ideas leads to reward a more refined, improved idea, and the potential for a new approach to a problem or even a better product. Each iteration, most recent version, of the product moves it closer to fulfilling the needs and wants of the client market or stakeholders. This cyclic process of design is a reflection of what happens in industry. This is what all products and clothing have gone through.
Okay, so have a go answering these. It might take a bit longer than 30 seconds here, but I'm going to give you 30 seconds just to have a look at what these questions are. They are usually in order, so just have a look. Okay, so question number 1, what is the iterative process of a design based on? It's the cycle of modeling and prototyping, so it said it here. What needs to happen to ideas? It says here they need to be tested, analysed and refined in an ongoing process to make a prototype product that fulfills a real life need. What does trialing of ideas lead to? It says here, reward, a more refined, improved idea and the potential for a new approach to a problem or even a better product. And what does each iteration, so most recent version of the product, move you closer to? So it moves you closer to fulfilling the needs and wants of the client, market or stakeholder. And then this cyclic process of design is a reflection of what happens in what industry. This is what all products and clothing have gone through. Okay. Okay, so moving on to this next section, so identifying and investigating the design problem.
Identifying and investigating design possibilities. You will be given the opportunity to consider the 3 contextual challenges set by the examination board. You can choose just one or consider all 3 at least initially, but the main point is to explore the contexts and identify a number of possible design opportunities. You can present your thoughts as a mind map or thought shower, but you must ensure that a client or potential user is at the core of your thinking.
Okay, so have a go at answering the next 4 questions, and obviously links directly to these. Okay, so what will you be given the opportunity to consider? The 3 contextual challenges set by the exam board. How many contextual challenges do you need to choose? You can choose just one, but consider all 3 at the initial, at least initially. How can you present your thoughts? It says as a mind map or a thought shower, but must ensure. So what must you ensure that the client or potential user is at the core of your thinking? Okay. Okay, on to the next section.
There are a number of things to consider, all centered around your chosen contextual challenge. For example, consider whether a particular event or occasion, place, location, or process presents an opportunity based on the chosen contextual challenge. Explore the issues and try to identify a real need. The profile of your potential client, lifestyle choices, age, gender, ethnicity, their needs and wants. Can you identify a product or need specific to someone or a group of people? If so, what type of products? What are the issues? What do you need further information on? Materials, processes, function, aesthetics, technical requirements, and so on. Your starting point could be an existing product that you would like to develop further and improve upon. It could be a sketched idea you already have that fits into one contextual challenge. In a similar way, explore the issues that surround your initial thoughts.
Okay, so there's 5 questions there, just have a look at those. And it says one thing that should be, it's supposed to say considered, it's just covered there, around your chosen contextual challenge. one thing that you should consider around your contextual challenge, consider whether a particular event or occasion, place, location, or process presents an opportunity. Try to identify a real what, a real need. What type of things might you need further information on? This is here, materials, processes, function, aesthetics, technical requirements, and so on. What might your starting point be? An existing product that you would like to further develop and improve upon? And can you start with a sketched idea you have or you already have that fits into one contextual challenge? Yes.